So today's video is going to be what would happen if Elillte won the battles. It's one I thought I'd do because I'm kind of curious to know what would happen if Elillte won the battles. And also, not everyone who won the battles I think should have won the battles. So the episode would start with the battles. They would have a full Elillte group dance, a full next step group dance, because only one team did a group dance. Elillte go first to intimidate the next step, like what they did in the episode. And the next step would do their dance, and Eliltte would prove to the next step that they're a strong team, just as good as the next step, if not better. And then finally, A Troop would do their group dance. A Troop would beat Michelle, Alden, Noah, Sierra, West, Max. Even though Rochelle should have won, but we need Elillte to have a majority for this storyline to work. Riley, Mackenzie, Chantal. I thought dance really lazily, that's why I've not picked Chantal. Jen, Talia, Amanda, Daniel. Which would mean we have 6 dancers on each side. They would have to do a vote, unbiased, based on the group dance. And Elillte would make the ground shake, would won their dance. It was good in my opinion. So Eliltte would would win based on the solos and the group dance, which means Lucienne owns the studio. Would keep Kate and Phoebe just to irritate them. Probably would rub it in their faces that he's now the owner of the studio. I would still keep Stephanie asking Sierra and Skylar to join B Troop because they wouldn't be sure about asking about joining B Troop. They probably wouldn't know about it, so it makes sense to keep that. Sierra would also ask if Abby and Shanna could join B Troop. There'd be an opening dance, same as they did in the episode. Battles finished, everyone would be wearing white, grey, black clothes, same as Elillte, and the choreography would be hard for the next step, apart from Amanda, because she's been on Eliltte in the next step. Then it would be time to decide who's going to do Miss National Soloist, and the names would be put forward to be Riley, Amanda, Mackenzie and Talia. Sierra would suggest let's do duets to help the team building and stuff like that. Sian wouldn't think about it because he thinks a good team doesn't need fantastic chemistry. Get Kate and Phoebe to run it, so the pairings would be Noah and Sierra, Weston, Max, Mackenzie and Talia, Eldon and Daniel. Amanda would not have a partner because she knows enough about the next step in Elillte without needing to know more. Riley'd want to know a bit more about Lucienne, so she would want to get to know him more. And also, she doesn't have a partner because she goes to the dentist to get her braces off. So she knows she's in Lucienne's not so good book, so she would want to get in his good books by getting to know him. Michelle would return from Madison. She would see Lucienne would have won because he is still around. Everything would be different. Sam would say we need to decide on a dance captain. He'd pick Riley to do that. TNS would say they should vote because that is what they normally do to decide on a dance captain, is vote. So Riley, Eldon would want to be nominated. So every dancer would split into a group and the dance teams would decide on the style. Riley would realise how much work it is and would struggle. Michelle would talk to Riley and Michelle would give her some advice and Riley would take it on board. Michelle would choose Riley and she'd struggle between Riley and Alden. She would pick Riley. Lucienne agrees Riley's the best choice. next episode, Alden would be teaching baby ballet because Chloe didn't make the internationals team. Chloe would walk in and see Alden teaching baby ballet, and Margie would see her and go outside and talk to her and say if she wants something she should go get it. So Chloe goes to the office and says she would like another chance to be on A Troop. Sian would be observing everyone to see who should be the alternate, and he would have everyone doing planks. Chloe would join the team because they need to have an alternate. Lucian said yes to Chloe joining. Kate would bring the mail and put it down on the desk, and Lucian would find out that the Ballet de la Run would want some dancers to audition for the touring company. We're going to do ballet and have a good class. He wants Chloe to lead it because she's good at ballet. He would have B Troop rehearsing too to get everyone to a good standard in ballet. Riley would wonder what she should be doing as dance captain because she's never done it before. Sian would say, shouldn't you know what you're doing, and makes a note of that. Shell would realise Riley's dance captain of A Troop, but not so good at this moment in time. In the ballet class, Daniel will be shining even though he's not helping Chloe be on Chloe's level. Daniel would have a talking heads about wanting to do more ballet and maybe competitive dancing isn't his thing anymore. Dun and West would have a competition about who they think is going to make it or not. Noah would still try and impress Abby, and despite being in Studio A rather than the music room, would say he'd choose Amanda, Daniel, Noah and Chloe to go to the audition because they were the best dancers in the class. They would go to the audition, the episode would be the same. Amanda would do well, the person running the audition would say nice technique. Chloe would be told really well, same with Daniels. Noah as well, would all do really well, but as the same as the episode, Chloe would get in. The episode would end and Rochelle would be giving Riley the dance captain diary. Riley and Alden would lead J Troop class, and Talia would walk in and ask if she could help, and Riley would say I have to go and help with Aunt Kathy's wedding. Lucian would come out and say where is Riley, and Alden would say Riley's gone to do other stuff. So Lucian would rethink who's dance captain. Lucian would say to the team, I have an announcement. Alden will be the new dance captain. Instead of Alden doing 30 pirouettes to prove that he's ready to date Talia, it would be him to prove he's got what it takes to be a good dance captain. Chloe announced she's leaving, going to the Ballet de la Run touring company. Sian would be happy because it's good for his reputation. He knows he needs to get an A-Trooper to replace Chloe. A list of people he would consider as a replacement for Chloe. Sian would say Miss Kate can pick the alternate and everyone in A-Troop would be shocked. First, Lucian's pros and cons list, and that was Kate's choosing. The Charlie anniversary would still happen. James would still have his band practice. So plot, Riley would be practicing all different styles of dance because she wants to get back in Lucian's good books again and she doesn't want to be the alternate. Dill would be practicing because she knows the team will like someone who's dedicated to the team. Riley would write something in the dance captain diary and give it to Alden at the end of the episode. Kate would announce that Riley would become the alternate because she's not as well rounded as everyone else, even Amanda's better than her, to be honest. Episode 14 would be the auditions to replace Chloe. Sian would audition the people he'd picked. He'd pick Rochelle, Abby, Shannon, Jake and James, which surprises everyone because James has not expressed an interest to come back. So he knows there's a tiebreaker and he'd struggle to think of a duet, so he knows James and Riley would work well together. Alden would be reading the dance captain diary. Rochelle would do really well in her audition. James would, because even though Riley did well, no, Rochelle did well, she realises that next year would be a better time for her to audition. Alden would say to Rochelle, you did well in your audition, and that next year is going to be your time to make the team. Next episode, Ella would come and everyone would be dancing. Have a solo in this to prove that she is right to not be the alternate. Alden would be checking his dance captain skills, and he would prove that he knows what to do in any given situation. Shell is dancing to forget about Noah because she realises she has a crush on Noah and Abby has a crush. Noah walks in and says she's doing well and keeps getting better and better every year. Then Talia would be trying to be romantic and James would say, Alden, you need to get to 30 pirouettes before dating Talia. And he is also being a good dance captain. In the square dance episode, Daniel will be annoyed because he enjoys doing technique, enjoys dancing that doesn't have a purpose to it. Debates whether the team is right because he is not as into competitive dancing as he once was before. This really builds on the idea of Riley and Ella pranking the dancers because Daniel leaves because of the square dance. Also, it builds the plot of Riley was once dance captain. Now she's gone a bit downhill and got involved in things that she perhaps shouldn't so get involved. So it gives James more reasons to be mad at Riley. Alden and Noah would battle, and it would show there are more good male dancers than just Alden, and other people should have a chance. Then in Talia, the notes would be the same because Alden's feelings for Talia. Talia is now not sure if Alden feels the same way. Alden would walk down the street and talk to James about stuff to clear their mind, and it would sort of really reiterate that point. So it would reiterate a season 2 point. Daniel realised he made the Daniel would leave. Chloe and Daniel would video chat, catching up, and wonder if Chloe misses competitive dancing. So he's made the right decision to leave. Daniel walks in and asks Rochelle if he's going to re-audition for A Troop. Rochelle asks Daniel, are you leaving or something? And Daniel says, I've left the team. Sian would try not to freak out because he submitted the list of names. Kate and Phoebe would be happy for him. Shell and Riley are the alternates. Riley's no longer the alternate. The next step, get to internationals. Instead of Kate and Giselle sorting everything out, be Lucianne and Miss Kate would sort things out. Rochelle and Phoebe would be working on some stuff because Rochelle wants to audition in season 4. Amanda would be the soloist. Amanda would win. The tiebreaker would happen. James and Riley would do the duet. Sweden would do theirs, and the next duet would win. So that is basically what would happen. This video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in another video.